Hello, and welcome back to some more Stair Technology. I am Towkn, and I'm pretty sure I said Stair and not Star. And yeah, great way to start this, isn't it? Anyways, today I've just been looking at stuff, and I'm like, God, most of this stuff that takes steel sucks so much. So much. Right? So let's just, for now, I have started building this thing here, right? We got our hatches and everything in. We got the muffler hatch up there. We got our energy hatch. We got our maintenance hatch, which, still needs a lot of stuff. But in order to even get it working, we still need one massive, massive amount of steel machine casings, which is ridiculous how many we need. And, with this thing here being, how long is it again? 324 seconds. And I mean, 300 seconds is 5 minutes, right? So that's 5.5 minutes just to make one block. And currently it is still like a minute and a half, 2 minutes out from the next block. I've been, and I've used up quite a few just to get that going. Um, I went in here and got some more from what I did have and did some stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make some stuff. We're going to make a centrifuge and a gas collector. And the reason we're making a gas collector is so that we can collect this air. Every 10 seconds, it'll collect 10 buckets of air. That 10 buckets of air, we could then throw in a centrifuge to get 1 bucket of oxygen and a bunch of buckets of nitrogen. Sadly, I think that's where we're going to end up having an issue, though, is the nitrogen. But we're going to get that oxygen out. So that oxygen, that way there, we can take that oxygen and throw it into our blast furnace. So that we could put it in here with iron ingots. I'm assuming iron blocks don't work. Yeah, but iron blocks don't work, but we could throw it in here with an iron ingot. Technically, we could throw it in with wrought iron to make it go even quicker. We could throw it in there with iron ingots, and after 25 seconds, we will get 1 steel, which means every 9 times 25 is how many seconds? I don't know. I do not know. My phone's gone. Yeah. So I honestly don't know what that is. So let's see. That's what two of them would be. What? Let's do some math in my head. Two of them would be 50 seconds. So if you basically said two of them's a minute, then four. So it's really not much faster. Really not much faster. Okay, that's fine though. That's fine. We're still gonna work on doing that. I mean, for this here, all we need now, we need to make one of these, which is right here. So we click there. And we're going to go ahead and make two, because we're going to need one for this as well. But then for this, we are also going to need these, which need some more tin cables. So we'll go ahead and make some more tin cables. We are also going to need a normal bronze fluid pipe. And we're going to need, what, two? Oh, hey, look, we could already make the basic centrifuge. So let's go ahead and make that. And then again, for this, I was about to say, why does it say we need that? But there we go. We need two of these. So we're going to need two motors and two rotors. So two motors, we're going to need some of these turned into magnifying ones, which is right here. And that actually gave us a couple other quests in here because we got that centrifuge done, which gave us some other stuff along lines of production, I'm assuming. So let's take that out of there, throw this in here, then click here, and go 1, 2. We need 2 for this. Then if we go in here and click on this, we can go here and go 1. We need more tin plates, so press R on this. No, I was going to go like that, but now I got to scroll down and find our hammer. Huh, that's not very good, I don't think. I mean, do we really not have a hammer? If I click on this again, though, we click here, go like that. Then we go back to this and we click on here, and we click on here. We click on here and click on here. We do have a hammer. Okay, whatever. I don't think we have a lot of them, though, so we're going to click R again, go like this. Make another one. Okay, then we need to click here. We need to make ourselves a tin screw, which we can do. I'm going to make 2 of them. Then we click here for the tin rotor. Click here. There we go. Boom. And then we could go to the rubber rings. Make 2 of them to then click here. Wait. I guess I already had a tin rotor. Oh well, whatever. We'll go here, then we click on this. Because now we just need to make a fluid filter, which is going to require some zinc foil. And apparently a lazurite or a lapis plate, which needs a cutter. You need a cutter. Of course you're going to need something I don't have one of either. Oh, of course. Well, I guess we'll click on this and we'll click on this. And I'm assuming this here is also going to need a cutter. Yep. Well, let's go like this and press A on this. We're going to need a cobalt. Really? Does it have to be a Yes, it has to be a cobalt brass. Oh, gosh, that sucks. So for this, we just need some more motors. So we'll go like this and go 1, 2. Apparently, we won't go 1, 2. We'll go like that. And we'll go like this. Grab some more of those. Grab this. Just go ahead and make 64 of them. And then we go like this and make that, which will let us make that. Okay, and then for the cutter, we just still need some more tin cables. So let's just go ahead and make a bunch of this tin cable real quick. And then yes, we just need the cobalt brass. Of course we need cobalt brass. Okay, how do we get cobalt brass? Okay, so smelting cobalt brass, which is assuming going to be a mixing of... We need aluminum for that too, don't we? Apparently. Well, that kind of ruins my plans for everything. So let's go ahead, click on this, and I know... So we have resource production chapter. Cobalt dust is acquired through either cobaltite sludge, the electric ore factory, or simply washing copper ore, which I don't think we could really do, but we do have this. If I press U on this, we go to this, we get satellite. I was assuming we could turn that into cobalt, but maybe not. Again, cobalt dust, so let's click on this. A mensurator would be cobalt ingot. Centrifuge would be that. Or Impure pile of cobalt, impure pile of copper dust. And impure piles of copper dust we can get by crushing that. So what we could do then, we have a centrifuge, right? We made that. We were able to do that. We'll take it and put it right there. We could then grab a stack of copper and throw it in here. Press U on this real quick. Go to the centrifuge, which I don't actually see. I mean, there's a thermal centrifuge. Oh wait, no, never mind. We gotta crush this first. We gotta crush it first into the stuff. Never mind. Yeah, that's what it was. So we press U on this, and then we click this. Throw all that in there. Go like that. Then we take the copper dust and throw it in here. There we go. There we go. That's what it was. That's what it was. That's how we get that. And hopefully that will make some cobalt dust for us, so that we can do whatever the next thing was that we needed to do. And we also need some aluminum dust. Which aluminum dust, we can get that by crushing aluminum and stuff like that. We get it from aluminum, macerator, centrifuge, bentonite, sapphire slurry, that, wait, what was that? Is that easy to get? Nope, I don't think that's we get. Don't think we get that or that. Cobalt brass, of course, we can't get that without it. Some of this stuff, ruby slurry. I feel like most of this stuff we can't really. Ooh, an impure pile of sapphire dust, which is sapphire ore, which we get from the thing. How much? I think we have some. I don't know if it's a lot though. Ooh, sapphire geodes. Okay, so we could take these out and throw them in here to get that crushing. Still haven't got any cobalt ore from that, which kind of sucks, but we'll let that keep crushing for now. And then we can put that in a centrifuge. Oh yeah, once we get cobalt dust, because it looks like we would want either an electric ore factory or something, I don't know. But we need that in order to get this, in order to make the basic cutter, in order to make the basic. Yeah, okay, so that's the road we're following right now. It's basically do this one all the way around here to go all the way back around that way. Okay. So right now we just gotta wait for some cobalt. We got some. Actually, I'll say we got some cobalt, but no, it's recipe output of cobalt. We don't have any yet. Darn. In here we have this, which we could then bring over to here. Throw that back up there. Throw this right here. Let's go ahead and crush all of that we have. Well, we did get our one cobalt, so we're going to go ahead and just take that out here. Take this out, and then we'll throw all this sapphire in there. I mean, I'm pretty sure we need more than one cobalt dust, but for now, we're going to just go with we need one. Okay, this is much quicker. Hopefully, this will give us the aluminum. We need one aluminum too, I think. Hopefully that's all we actually no, because we're gonna need 4 plates, aren't we? We're gonna need 4 plates, which means we need a minimum, probably a minimum of 4 ingots if we have a thing. An extruder we don't have. Fluid solidifier we don't have. Forge hammer would be need 6 of them. Oh, these could be done on that. Okay, nice. Okay, nice. So there's our aluminum. So basically we need 4 aluminum dust and 4 cobalt then. So if we put this in here, the cobalt, brass. So yeah, we need 1 of each of those, and we're gonna need a brass dust. Okay, that is fine. Except for the fact we didn't get enough aluminum for that. Okay, that's fine. We can throw that in there and let that keep going for that. But this, oof. I need like 8 of each of these machines, but I don't have that many of each of these machines, and this is probably not working anymore. To get more sapphire, um, don't know what we need. Let's see, we click here, collect that. That's it there. Okay, so if we go back to this, and we go here, Sapphire Geode. Sapphire Geode was done on number 2. Okay. So if we come up here, make sure that this is on number 2. Come down here, we'll grab a lot of this, jump it up here for now so we can throw some in directly. To then put the rest of it in there. And of course, this is going to take 40 seconds per each one. And I don't think we're even guaranteed to get the stuff. Okay. Something's... Okay, the distillery's having power issues. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense because we only have a level 1 converter in right here. So one thing's using up all the power. And yeah, and I guess I could technically go like this. I'll just go ahead, break that out, go over here, break that, and put that down. There we go. So that should now, yeah, let the distillery keep going without worrying. We do have another cobalt in there, which is good. So we'll do that. Now for the next hard part of this, I think, let's see, if I click on sapphire dust, right? What can we do with that? We can throw an electrolyzer. Oh, okay. To get aluminum. And that also gives us... Okay, so that only gives us 2 per, but that also gives us gas. Do we have an electrolyzer? I don't think we have. Do we? Mixer, polarizer. I feel like I made an electrolyzer, but I don't know. That's a distillery. Here we go, electrolyzer. So if we take that out and put that in, this should give us some aluminum dust here. Nice, so we don't need as much. That also gave us 6 buckets of 6 buckets worth of oxygen. So I should also be able to come over here right now. Come over here, we'll click on this. We'll go in here and type barrel, right? Because we want to make ourselves... Nope, apparently it's not a barrel. I mean, I thought that was. Tank? No. Huh. Um, I mean, right here, a drum. Drum, that's what it was. But we'll go here, we'll click on this. We'll click on this, we'll go, I guess, go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then click here, click this. And actually, we want to just take gold out. Like that, and smash it. We should be able to smash gold in this, right? Gold should be, yeah. was pretty sure we could. Okay, there's our 4 that we need for our golden drum. Now I should be able to click on this and go like that. Wait, huh? Why does this say we don't have a hammer? Why does this say we have a gold drum in here? Do we have a golden drum? Do we have one? Really? Okay. So I'm going to go like that. And I'm pretty sure the oxygen gas might be still considered a fluid. And I'm hoping that is the case. So if I went like this and did that, and did that, yes, it'll take the oxygen gas and put it in here. Nice. Perfect. Okay, then we can take this over here and go. That's the input hatch for air and stuff. So we could take that and put it right here. I already have this. I could take this, put it right there, and go like that to put the oxygen into here. Perfect. Okay. And then how much oxygen was actually needed for each thing of iron? I don't remember. I was just going to click on this and then click on this, but it would probably take forever to find the steel in there. So let's go ahead and click on this and this and this and this. So it's 200 millibuckets, so we would get 5 per. So if I put just I have 6, if I put 30 iron in there, we should get that. Of course, we could get the same if we did it with wrought iron, but wrought iron is a bit faster. So we're going to go ahead and just make another stack of that real quick. Even though we don't particularly need to. It said it was like 15 seconds for wrought iron instead of instead of regular iron. It also used up less power that way. But yeah, let's go ahead and see if we got what we could get. I'm gonna assume, I don't remember what size. Hopefully that'll work. Okay, but if I go ahead and take this in here, right, and we press U on this, and we go to this one here. So copper nickel tier should work. And it should just need oxygen and wrought iron to make. That should do that. Heat capacity is that. Idling. Max recipe tier would be low voltage, so I don't think wrought iron actually works in there, does it? STEE. I'll go over here and click on this again and click on this. So both those actually have to be medium voltage, which means what exactly? Does that mean I have to have a medium voltage converter? If so, that's going to suck. But we do know that we can now get aluminum a little bit better using this method here, which is nice. Okay, so we got some more cobalt dust, and we got that. So that should actually give us all of the stuff we need in here, right? So if I go here and we press U on this, right, and we go to the mixer, we're going to need 7 brass. Oh wait, we only needed 1 of each because it gives you 9. Oh. Oh. Okay, whatever. But we're gonna need 7 brass dust then. So if we come in here and go to brass dust, we can just go into, of course, it's gonna be annoying like that. 2, 3. There we go. So we should be able to come over to this mixer, throw this in there, that in there, and this in there. And after 45 seconds, we'll have that, which then we cook and do some other stuff with. And yeah, I think that's how we're doing this, right? Okay, so that's finished with that. Let's come over here to this. We'll grab this out of here. Come over to this, press U on it here, click that, throw that up there, go like that. There we go. We can then throw this in here. Again, let it go. Yeah, but this, so this has to, I'm assuming this is going to have to be a medium voltage, and we would probably as well. I don't know if we actually need medium voltage going into that, but you can see we are now losing power with everything else running now. So we definitely need to possibly look into making another one. I can't get around this stupid post. Another one of these things, or some other sort of generator type thing, like possibly the Greg Tech Steam one. Like if we go into power, the steam, yeah. So basic steam turbine. Like if we were to make this, can we hook that up to our steam? Of course, we need somewhat more tin rotors for that. That's a lot of work. But whatever, we'll come over here. We'll grab this, come over here and throw this in there to get some more of those. Come over here, grab this. We'll grab all that out of there. Okay. But then again, this here. Now, if we go like this, we could just bulk blast this for now. Of course, there's apparently... Oh, yeah. Because that can only stack up to 2,000. We'll come over here and grab this one. That could stack up higher. And swap it back out for that one for now. So I went ahead and started it back up because, as you can see, we're down to 3,000 from like the 10,000 we were at. So we need to go like this, or that on there, and let that go. While that's going, I'm gonna run back over here. Actually, no, we already did stuff with that. So let's go ahead over here. We'll throw this into here. Then the ender pearl dust. I don't remember what we were gonna do with that. I think it was going to be put together with something to make this stuff here. Right? The electrolyzer. You put the ender pearl dust in it, and you get the dust in that and nitrogen gas. Okay, but I think it was something. I don't know what it was that it wasn't working. We'll come over here. We'll grab that. Throw that in there. We can then run over here and press that on there. But then again, if I go in here and we go to the electrolyzer again. Oh yeah, because it was medium voltage. That's why we needed to get to medium voltage for that to work. Okay, but either way, here's our cobalt brass plates. We can now go here, press U on them, scroll down and click on this. You could press U on them, scroll down and press that on that. There we go. That'll give us our saw blade that we need for our basic cutter, but then we need another one of these. There we go. To be able to make our basic cutter. Nice. Woo, yeah, perfect. Okay, now I'm just going to bring it over. I'm going to put it right there for right now. And yeah, okay. We're also going to come over here. Grab this drum. Put it right there. Okay, but we have what? We're up to 12 aluminum dust. What do we, how much aluminum dust do we actually need to make this medium voltage thing? So we're going to need the aluminum ingots, which is going to be by, can we bulk blast it? No, we can't. Okay. Compress fluid solidifier, electric blast furnace. Of course, it says it needs to be medium voltage. So how do you even get this stuff? If it's like, hey, this needs to be in there, circuit, you know what, we just try it. I'm going to go ahead, wait. Huh? What happened to the... I'm pretty sure we would put something in there. Output bus, output bus. Right, we had put our... Oh wait, we had put it in there and it didn't do anything. Okay, so let's go ahead. Throw aluminum in there and put it on 1. And yeah, as you can see, it's not actually doing anything because it needs to be medium voltage to make it. Okay, so if we click on this, a compressor, a fluid solidifier might be what we have to do first. Metal molding, because plasma scrap or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So we would need that for that. That's there, that's there. Yes, I think the metal whatever thing, we're going to have to put it inside of the extractor. Means we don't want that connected to it for right now, or we probably do want that connected to it. We just don't want it connected to that. Right? So if we take this and we throw this in here. No? Okay, so how do we get this aluminum dust to turn into aluminum? An alloy smelter, we get it from that. Mixer, we can get that stuff from it. It's not going to be a thing. A packer, nope. An electric blast furnace, you either need nitrogen, that, and you need medium voltage going into it. Large chemical, alloy blast furnace, smelting, which is EV. Yeah, so I don't know how to get aluminum. you need medium voltage to get to it, but you can't make a medium voltage thing until you get it. Because we need aluminum to get the medium voltage stuff. Right? But in order to get aluminum ingots, we need a compressor, which would mean we need aluminum nuggets. We need a fluid solidifier, which means we need liquid aluminum. Liquid aluminum, we need medium voltage for that. Because I don't see any low voltage ones. So how do we get medium voltage? Because even this stupid thing over here, like I don't even think this will work. I mean, I have a low voltage 8 volt there. Let's go ahead. Take that. If I put that there, right now it's got nothing in it, so I could, yeah, break it. Let's just break it. So that I could grab it and put it right here. But as you can see, we could only low voltage it. and ultra low voltage. We can't go higher than that. So we can't really throw this stuff here into that. Yeah, we can't even throw it in there anyways to get to it. So that was kind of pointless to grab that and take it there. Okay, let's just go over here. Put it back down right there. And try to figure this out. Okay, because again, so if we click on this, right, it says our sapphires, once you are in medium voltage, you can set up clay whatever for easier aluminum. I have no idea what that means, but how do we get this to go? How like there's what if I turn it into tiny piles? Can I do that? Anything with that? That's just packing it into a big thing. Crafting it into a big thing. Okay, so no, can't do anything with that. What about this? What can we do with this? This can be turned into aluminum surface rock. Or a packer, or that, or that, or that. Okay. Well, what is aluminum surface rock? Can I do anything with that? No. Okay, so actually if we click on this and we click on that, okay, sure. We get that from crushing this. We can get it from the packer. Emerald ore apparently also has a chance to give us stuff. Mica, adamite, pollicate, cayenne, glossy sand, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Or processing, so that's basically just throwing it in the thing, the washer. We could get it from that, we could get it from that, and so on and so forth. But then, yes, so for this, again, we click here, we can't get that. The liquid aluminum, which again, this is an ultra low, so we should be able to get it from this way. Liquid aluminum is all done in medium voltage. So we can't get liquid aluminum without being in medium volt. So, yeah, okay, so if we click on this again, then we go to here, fluid solidifiers out of the question. This is out of the question because we don't have this, apparently, because even though I put aluminum dust in that in, okay, right, so again, we'll try this again, just make sure we're set up right. Okay, so this has power. We click on this. According to this, we could only make low voltage. Actually, I think, was this one of the, can we put where's your smoker? For every voltage tier above, blah blah blah, temperatures increased by that. I think that's how we do it. I think that's how we do it. Okay, so let's try this. Let's try it and see if we can do this, because I think it said something. We saw something about if we have two of these, so we need to make another one of those. Means we need to make some of these. So go like that. Go like that. We'll make one of these. Perfect. Okay, then we'll go. I don't know why I did that. We'll take that out. Then we'll go here and we will type in gold. So we can get out a ×4 gold wire. Technically, we're getting out a couple of them. Do we have? No, we're going to need to grab the wire cutters as well. So there we go. Okay, and then we need this. Okay, there we go. That's everything on our hotbar we should need. So I should now be able to come over here, break that, put that in there, and nope, apparently not. Where's the electric smoker for every blah 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 stuff? Cooks everything. We should be able to put two. Do I have to connect it up? We go like that and like that. Why is this not? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, let's break that and break that. And this. And that. And that. We'll just do it this way. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this back out, right? We'll put that right there. We will then get our energy hatches and put one there, put one there. We will get this and put it right there. So we'll have to break that so we could put it right here. Connect this wire up to here. But that still should have actually completed it when I put that down. So if I click here, we go over this and click on this. Curious about how the EFB from click here. Okay, so let's click this. Okay. If you put two energy hatches onto a multi-block, it will allow you to overclock the machine to the next voltage tier. This is used quite a lot in the electric blast furnace to give access to voltage materials that can't be used by any other. For example, multi-block cannot. So why is it not completing it? Can they not be next to each other? Does this have to be here? Let's try that. No. This is where stuff becomes very, very annoying because it's like, this is exactly what it says to do. Unless it's because this oxygen is in here. But you know what? I hate to do this, but we do have more. So we'll go like that. We'll put that down. That's empty. That's empty. That has its maintenance stuff in it. It's working. It's working. That's air. Blah, blah, blah. We got two of those. We got the muffler. Okay. So why is it not completing it? Why is structure incomplete? It'd be nice if it told you why structure was incomplete. Again, energy hatch, right? So if I took out just this one energy hatch, right, and we put the other block back in, it finishes it. So why won't it let me put a second energy hatch onto it? You know what? I'll be back in a minute. I gotta look this up. This is one of those annoying things that it's like, hey, this should work. Why is it not working? What is going on? This is exactly what it says to do. And there's no explanation as to why it's not working. So I will be back in just a minute once I look this up. Okay, well, I figured it out. Couldn't figure it out from the video. I just started playing around with it for quite a bit and figured out apparently it's the matter of the actual amount of hatches you have on here. And so on and so forth. So apparently, if I only have one output bus and do that, it'll fill up and then we'll be good. Then I can just take this, put it there, put this here, and then we can connect it up. And then if we click on this, you can see we could do up to medium voltage now, which means if we come over here and throw the aluminum in, it'll make aluminum if it has enough power, which I'm going to assume it does not have enough power to do it with that. So we're going to pause it. That's going to fill up that, and that's going to fill up those, which kind of sucks, though, that it's not enough power. We're going to go ahead and break this ×4 one down for now. Come over and grab this ×8 one that I made. We are then going to put it up. Come on. Come on. This is where stuff gets super, super annoying. Yeah, I'm just going to say fuck it and do that. There we go. So that's now putting power in there with the time from the ×8. So then if I go, you know, I'm going to come back over here real quick. We're going to just run over to here and click on this. I'm pretty sure I have some of these, but we're going to go like that. And scroll down, don't see it, and type in gold. Take that out. Then we're going to go back in here and grab these. And then we're out of food, so we'll eat some food real quick so we could run. There we go. And then I'm going to come to right here, where I will then go to here and go like that. So we could take our power from here to here and here to over here as well. There we go. Do that. There's got power kind of coming in from two different angles. Maybe it'll keep up then. And if we go here and turn that on, is that just that sucked out all the power instantaneously? Like instantaneously. Uh so how do we get it to get enough power with I other than just straight up building more of these? I mean, like, how's this even looking? Like, we have plenty of power in there. I'm curious because let's see. Right now, if I go here and we look at this, this is called wire. This is just wire, right? All right, wire. We do have this, which transfers transfer at twice the speed, right? And that is overcharged diamond to make 2 of them. I would probably need a minimum of, if I said coming off of there, 1, and then 2, 3. So if we overcharge 2 diamonds real quick, which we should have, I'll go like this. I'm actually just going to overcharge 4. And we'll throw those there. We'll overcharge those 4 diamonds. We click on here, wire mill. Yeah, so we'll take these from here, throw them in the wire mill. I don't think this actually matters, but in case it does, we will click it off. And that'll take a little bit of time to do that real quick, but if that works, we could then just go ahead. I'm going to break that one, where I will then... Nope, that's not where I want it. There we go. Come on. There we go. Get back on top of here. Okay, so we're on top of here. I can put that there. We'll then break that one, which I will then put back on top of there. Okay. That really should be all I needed to break, I think. I don't know where that one came from, but whatever. Let's go here. And we'll grab this, which we could then go like this and hook up to this one if we could reach it. There we go. Hook that up from there. Over to here. Then come here, grab this from there. And this really should double the amount of power in which this thing is getting. That should be getting power twice as fast. So then if I turn this on now, as you can see, we are still draining power faster than we're getting it. Okay, so we'll turn that off. And yeah, so it's nothing to do with these, because these have up to 12 amps, so they easily should do it. It's mainly how much power we are making and putting into it, from what I can tell. So are we should, I mean, it literally just seems like how much power we are actually putting into it and not just anything else. Like it seems like we need like a lot more. You know what? Let's do it. Let's come over here. Which I don't even know if I have any more. Let's go find out. Come over here. Yeah, we do. We have lots of it. Okay, so there we go. We got a bunch of magnetite dust. Okay, let's go like this. And eat some apples real quick. We'll go here, and we are going to go back to here. Type in @create. Scroll down once, and I'm assuming we can't do this because we don't have neodymium, which we won't get for quite some time. But this one here we could do if we have the gold and the diamonds, or the overcharged diamonds. So let's go ahead. We're going to need to overcharge some more diamonds then. I'm just going to overcharge all 17 of them that we have. Oh man, this is a lot of work to get just this one thing to work. Okay, but if we do that, we need that. In order to get these, we need that. So if I do this and we go like this, and I just go like that, we ran out of stone. So if I go here, we don't really have... where'd my mouse go? There it goes. Okay. Like my mouse disappeared for a second. Okay, so we need to get a bunch of stone as well. So we'll go here, because I know we have a bunch of gold in here already, right? A bunch of the... Well, I mean, we have 16. I don't know if that's going to be enough, so let's go ahead and say screw it. Let's energize the rest of the gold we have. Come over here and grab all of this stone that we can then grab and throw onto the belt. We'll then grab one of these out of here and put it up there again so that we can make sure we're filtering it out. And we are going to get stone and not the other stuff that the stone's not going to try to go. I mean, the stone shouldn't go in there because it can't go into here. But you never know. It might suck it into this thing and just be like, yeah. Okay, well, this should be done. There we go. A bunch of stone there. Once this is done, we could do this one. Right now. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now I'll run over here. Throw it into here, like so. Go like that. Throw that up there. Just go like this. There we go. Then if we press U, actually, we'll grab that off of there. We need 24 of them, right? So if I throw this in here, then we click on this, we go like that, and we throw this in here, and we take this out. We had enough to get 12. Darn. So what were we short on this? So if I go like this, I'm assuming we were short on stone, right? Yeah, we were short on stone. Okay. So we're still going to need more stone. So let's get that again. Which we are short on anyways. But we come over here, throw it down, and throw it down. There we go. That'll make stone. Oh man, so much work just to be able to make aluminum. Let's just throw some of this stuff in here, because why not? Yeah, there we go. So we have that. I am going to grab some andesite just for the heck of it. Why not, right? Okay, and then we are going to jump up here, go over here. And then I think what I'm going to do I just want to, you know what? I'm going to just do it right here. We're going to just do it right here. We're going to go up here, actually. We'll jump up here, and throw this right here. I'm going to assume that I can make use of these again. Possibly. Who knows? Probably not, but it'd be cool if I could. We're going to go ahead and take andesite. Like that real quick. And like that real quick. And then go 1, 2, 3. Because I didn't really see anything saying anything about like not being able to use this for that type of thing, right? So if I went like that, and then we go like this, we put this here, and this here, and then go 1, 2, 3. Can I essentially double what I have by doing this, by just using the bottom one already? Okay, so then if I go in here, click on this, we click on this, I just go like that. And then we click here, go like this. That gave us 14, which is way more than we need, but should be okay. And if I jump up here. Okay, then we go like this, and we put 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we just need to get the other stuff again. So we click on this, and we click on here. So for that, we just need 2 blocks of andesite alloy, which, we are very low on. So if I press R on this, then I guess on this, we could just go like this real quick. Okay, we don't really have any iron nuggets, so let's just go like that. And then we'll press Nope, missed one. Press R on that, and then click on this. Then we can just do that. Perfect. So then click on here and click on here and go like that. And then we should be able to shift click on this and go 1, 2. To then click on the brushes, which we have what we need. We don't actually need the reinforced motor, right? I don't think. We just have the brushes. Okay, so yeah, that's what we have. So if I then run up here, right? We'll run up here. And we will put this down. I don't think I put it right there. No, I didn't think so. Okay, so we will break that. Let's go ahead to here. And put this here and here. And if I put that there, can I then turn it? Nope, won't let me turn it either. Okay, so then if I go here, this is annoying. This is annoying. Just put it down the way I want it to go. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we could do that. We could then come up here. Break this, put that one there. Then we can take our brushes, put them there. To then grab this thing, put it on the bottom of there. To then take it from here to there. And that should work, maybe. Maybe, I don't know for sure. Then we just need some shafts. So we'll grab a couple of shafts real quick that we can then go 1, 2, 3. Then need one there. And then we need a vertical gearbox that we can then put right there to get that to move. And that says that's at 80% efficiency. That's at 80% efficiency. Yeah, okay. So those should both be moving. That should be getting power into there. That should get power into there, which now let's go just see what our power is like. So if I turn this on now, lasted a little bit longer. Like, I don't know why is this one like ultra low, but yeah, I don't know. Let's go ahead, turn that off. These are high voltage wires. I am going to go ahead and try this again. So we're going to take that down. I'm going to go like this, step back over here, put that there. Okay, perfect. Okay, so then let's go ahead, connect that there. And just make sure it has nothing to do with the amount of wires it's going through. Like so. Okay, there we go. We can then go like that, take that off of there. Okay, so then power on. Yeah, it sucked out all that power so quick. That's low voltage, but it still got further than it did before. I mean, it's still not getting anywhere enough power. Thinking what I might do, let's go ahead, come over here, grab this. What are these things called? That I was made. You know what? Screw it. Never mind, I don't have any. So electric electric connector. Yeah, I don't have any extra ones of those. Okay, so we'll click on here. Clip on the copper nugget. Go like that. There we go. So that I can make some more of these. Boom, there we go. We will then jump in here. Like so. Oh, darn. I was going to try to just jump into there. That way without having to go around this way. But we're going to go up to here and put one of these right there. So it's a little bit more direct connect. And then we'll go from here to there. And we'll go from that one straight up to that one. Yeah, look at how messy my cables are. Okay, so now if I click on here and we go like that, it's dropping slower. I mean, we're getting further each time, but we're still not getting anywhere close to enough power into this thing. How do we get more power into it? I don't know. I do not know. Because we now have two of these things running at full steam, basically. With that, could be... Let's try seeing if we could do something with that. So if we go in here and we type in soul, right? If I go like this again, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. If I do that, if I press U on this, we can make that if we have one of these, which we could do if we have one of these. So let's grab this, boom. And then press U on this. Actually, we needed this. Of course, it's going to do that. So then I should be able to just click on it again, though, a couple times until it goes in. There we go. And then I should be able to click on this to make this 16 amp one. We're just going to do that. Probably a waste. But we're going to... No, yeah, I forgot. I can't just climb up there. You know what? We're going to go like this real quick and come back over here. Pull out some cobblestone. Come back over here. And make our thing. Okay, then we break this. And then we grab our 16. We put it down. There we go. So now this should technically be putting even more power into there because it's got 8. Yeah. I don't know if it's doing any different, but, you know. Maybe. So let's see. Now if we go here, turn that on. That's going down slower again, it looks like, but it's still not keeping up. I mean, we made it all the way to 10 seconds this time. But yeah, but that time is slowly getting down, so yeah. Wait, is it? It might just be, actually, I think I'm just gaining like 2 seconds every single time I turn this on, aren't I? Because working perfectly. Then it's like, nope, not working perfectly anymore. So I could sit here and just go like this. And once it starts hiccuping, go like that. And we could do that for a while. Or we could try and figure, you know what, let's grab. Let's grab this guy, if I can. There we go. Grab this guy. All right, bring this over. course, because of the way this stupid thing works, it's a pain in the butt to change the direction it's facing. Yeah, so it's just going to change directions that way. So let's go ahead then. If I bring it again and we take it, we put it right there. And now it's going to not change directions at all, right? Okay, so let's go ahead, break it again. Let's grab something like this that we could put on the side of here. And we'll put that there. So we could rotate that to face into that. And then we'll break that. Okay, then if we grab ourselves some coal. I'll figure this out. We'll get it figured out. We'll grab some coal. And now if I put that in there, that should be feeding power directly into this as well, which is then feeding it into here. So then if I go like this and turn that on, as you can see, that's doing that. These aren't keeping up, which is weird. This wire should easily be able to keep up with it. But that is full, which basically means we should still be going up. Yeah, it's just very, very slow. Yeah, so we'll come back once we get a couple of aluminum going then. Because once we get that, well, actually, let's go in here real quick and type in. Oh, is it not L? Okay, dust. Cobalt. Whatever. Is the aluminum dust still? Did I just put all of it? Is it still in the thing? It's still in here? Okay, it's still in there. Okay. As you can see, it is almost done with the first one. We are actually getting power. That is helping kind of dramatically, except for the fact that these are still only transferring low voltage because that's a low voltage. But there we go. We can now come over here, grab out our one aluminum ingot. Nice. Nice, but that is not all we need. Of course, actually, that we should now be able to go over here to the shop, right? And I should be able to click here. Yes, we can get some aluminum that way. Nice, okay. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that just to skip the steps for getting a bunch of aluminum here and waiting for that. We're going to go ahead and go like this. We're going to click this. We're going to click this and click submit to get 16 aluminum right away. So that we could then go back to here, click on the medium vault. There we go. We would need 9 plates to make it. And I don't think we can make the plate on the thing. So we would need, the forge hammer is going to give us 2 for every 3 again. So if we said, that'll give us 10, basically, or 10 or 11, or 10 or 12. Just for the, yeah. Just for that. But then if we wanted more, like if we actually go in here and we type in MV, right? So if we wanted a medium voltage, we would just need, we just need the one hall. We would need the signalium wire. And actually, it looked like we needed a medium voltage circuit as well, which is some basic circuits, whatever that is, some copper wire and some diodes. Diodes are going to require silicone and stuff. Okay, so that is going to be some work, but we do actually technically have what we need. I do think I am going to. I thought we had a forge hammer over here. Oh no, our forge hammers are there. We've been using this. And I'm going to go ahead and do that with the forge hammer, because this is still going to make our aluminum. And we are going to go ahead and grab that one more that it did make to put in there. So we grab this out though. Let's go ahead and come over here. We can then click here to click on this, to click on this, to go like this. There we go. Medium voltage casing. And then the hull, what do we need for that? We're going to need copper wire that has liquid still. Why can't we just have simple stuff like this? Oh my goodness. There's raw styrene, which is going to be some butane, styrene, and oxygen if we do a chemical. Large chemical. Crap. Yeah, so basically we're going to have to do a whole bunch of stuff to get some what? Butadiene, which that we get from a distillery by getting lightly steamed, cracked, whatever. Or an electrolyzer from butane. Distillation tower thing, which again, we need medium voltage for that. This needs medium voltage. Distillery is the low voltage one. How do we get this? Lightly steam would be in a chemical reactor. We put naphtha and steam in it. That we get from a chemical reactor that's low voltage, or a distillery where we put that. This is a big loop of stuff that's annoying. Okay, what's this other thing? Severely cracked light fuel, lightly steam, which is light fuel and steam in a chemical reactor. Light fuel we get from sulfuric light fuel and hydrogen, which we would need so much other stuff for. We need raw oil, or oil, which we get from bedrock field diagram or a centrifuge by putting oil sands in there, which we can't get. Yeah. This is turned into it's like, hey, here's medium voltage, and it's like, yeah, in order to get medium voltage, you literally have to do, or in order to, like it says, in order to get this, you need this to get all this, but in order to even get this, you have to go through like everything else down here to get these. I mean, that's a high voltage circuit, a diode. I'm assuming that's your medium voltage circuit down there that we're going to have to get in order to get some of this other stuff, to get some of this stuff, to get this stuff. Oh my goodness. That's a second medium voltage circuit. Where's the first medium? Like, I don't even see the first medium unless this one is the first medium. So the first medium voltage circuit's all the way down here, which you need in order to even make this thing, right? Because in order to get it, you need copper cables, and the copper cables you can only make if you get this stuff, which you can only get if you have this stuff, which you could only get via a chemical reactor. That is high voltage. There's a second one we could do. Those are both high voltage, which means we need high voltage to do that. I gotta be missing something somewhere. There's gotta be another way to make stuff that it is not telling me. So that is made from that. A packer does that. The large thing does that. Yeah, there's got to be another way to get this stuff that it is not actually telling me. because I do not quite understand how you are supposed to get that out of there. You know, let's look at our power consumption right now. We're fine there. Oh, that's there. So we still have 7, which means we've probably got quite a few more. We got like 2 more. There we go. Ugh. This is becoming an extreme frustration. An extreme frustration. I really don't want to essentially rage quit another one of these mod packs, but I honestly think it's not leaving you any choice when it's like, hey, the only way to get this is to have high voltage. You are currently on the low voltage stage. Oh, you could do some medium voltage stuff by adding this to it. It's like, okay, well, I could do medium voltage. How do I get to high voltage to even make the thing that I need to make to do this? I'll be back in a couple minutes when I figure out how to get this stuff if I can figure it out. I do feel kind of stupid. I completely didn't wasn't even paying attention to the fact that there's two different types of rubber. You have the this, and then if I scroll down, we could get this rubber with the sulfur and the chemical reactor. So we are going to need to just make a chemical reactor real quick, which is this. So let's go ahead and do that. Cause yeah, I wasn't even thinking about the whole. There's two different types of whatevers. Okay, whatever. We'll go like that. We'll click here. I'm going to click on this. And I'm going to click on that. So we could run over this. Go, okay, so I need another ring. I'm going to make a couple of them. Then I'm going to press U on this to go like this and make a couple of those. To click here and go like that to make some of those. So there we go. Now we can just click on this to make that. Okay. Now we just need one of these, which means we need one of these, which means we need more steel. Uh, I mean, it does make me feel stupid because I was just didn't even think about the whole. Well, hey, there's another set of rubber. Okay, well, we'll put that in there. But because I don't really feel like waiting a whole lot, I'm going to waste some of this steel. Go like that. There we go. We do that. And then we're going to go ahead here. Or no, I have some wrought iron here that we're going to need to smash as well. This one here, I'm going to go like this. 1, 2. There we go. Okay, then we can come here. We can make this. We can make this. We then just need some more tin cable, which we could easily do by just wrapping it in thing. I don't know why we gotta do it the other way with the other thing, but whatever. Go like that. There we go. Basic chemical reactor thing. Okay. This we could then bring over. And you know what? I'm going to put it right there. I'm putting it right here, even though that's probably not the best way to do it. Okay, then we could put in rubber and sulfur. So we come over here, grab out some rubber, run over here, grab some sulfur, and then I can come over to this, and we go to this, and we could click here and here, and let that make some liquid rubber. Yeah. I don't think it's really messing with this too much, so we'll be fine. Sure. Okay, then with the liquid rubber, we can then take that and put it in an assembler with the stuff. So if we go in here, we can then let's go grab our bucket. I come over here, type in bucket to grab a bucket out. What's this? Randomizer. Yeah, I don't know what that. I think it does some stuff with some other stuff that we can't do anything with. Okay, and then we just needed regular copper wire, right? And the assembler, regular copper wire, and that. Yeah, okay. So now if I come over here and we get up here, right? So we'll come over here, we'll grab this. We'll grab liquid rubber. We can then run all the way over here to the assembler. But of course, it's going to do that, isn't it? I didn't think of that. Copper nickel cable. We wasted some. Whatever. That's fine. We're getting some copper cables now. Okay, we're good. Okay. And I didn't take those out, so wait a second. There we go. Okay. So now I can come over here. We can click on this. We can click on this. And we now just need some wrought iron plates, which we have sitting over here. Okay, okay. Now we're going. So then I could take that, and we could click here for this machine hall. Boom. Done. Okay. I can now decide what I want to do with that. And of course, the thing we're first going to do with it is probably, again, going to go over here. We could find it. We need to make those, which kind of sucks, but we also need to make the signalarium wire, which we make with signalium plate, which we make from signalium ore, which we make in a blast furnace with nitrogen and signalium dust, which we make signalium dust by throwing silver, copper, and redstone. So to get that, we will need to probably come over here to this thing, take out some silver. Then we could press U on it real quick. And I think we would have to make it into this, right? Crushed silver, then impure silver, which we could then throw in a centrifuge to get silver dust and lead dust. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. We'll throw it in here, right? That's what it said? Yeah. So we'll throw it in there, let that happen. It'll get us crushed silver ore. Let's just do it with most of our silver ore. We'll come back once that's actually done, because that looks like it's going to take quite a while. Okay, so we're up to 16 of the signalum dust. Now the next thing we basically need to do in order to even get to it is we have to make that gas collector, which again I think we couldn't really do because of stuff, right? So we have gas collector, we have the fluid filter, we needed to be able to make the lapis plate, which required us to make the cutter. And we were able to make the cutter, right? We have a cutter somewhere. Yeah, we have a basic cutter right here. Okay, so we have a cutter right there. So what did we need again to make that lapis? I'm just gonna type it in. Lapis plate. So lapis plate is a lapis block with 15 millibuckets of whatever to make a lapis plate. Okay, so we need a block of lapis, which we should be able to do. We'll go like that. There we go. Now I'm curious though if I still have that bucket of distilled water that's in here. Do. Okay, perfect. So that'll actually work. I could take it out of here now by putting it inside of here with this. That should give us the lapis plate we need in order to make the filter. We do have some steel plates in here, which is good because I'm going to need a bunch of those as well. There we go. So that gave us lapis plates. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so now we should be able to make this cutter. Or not the cutter, this thing here by clicking on this. And we just need, oh yeah, we need the zinc foil, which we could make in a bender, but we don't have a bender right now. So we're just going to go like that. That's probably not enough. Yeah, so we'll have to go like this, and we'll have to go like this, and we're just going to go like this because we do have a fair amount of zinc, so we can just do that. There we go. Then I could click on this real quick, though, so we can make this. I could click on that to make this. I could then click here and here to make this fluid filter, which will let us make the basic gas collector. Nice. Which then we can grab, and for now I'm just going to put right here. And if we click show recipes and we have it set on 1, that is where it will grab the air. So if we go like this, if we do that, every 10 seconds it'll grab 10 millibuckets of air. Which we would then take that 10 millibuckets of air, put it in a centrifuge to get both oxygen and nitrogen. So if I go like this, and we put this right here, and suck that out to there, we'll do that. And if we have this, if we press U on this, it should, I wonder if it's going to do both of them at the same time, or if it's just going to do one or the other. But again, it's like this, it's 10 millibuckets. If it does that, it looks like it's only going to do one of them at a time. So we will go ahead and take this silver out of here. I'm going to take that silver out of there. We'll bring it over here, and we will throw it in here to keep making some more signalum, whatever. There we go. So now we are moving. Now we're moving. So I could throw this in there, that in there. We could throw this, that. We'll just throw a bunch of this in here, and actually the sig. We actually want to keep that on us because we're going to need to put it over inside of here. Oh man, that's still struggling there. That's fine because we do actually have lots of rubber here now, so we could actually just go ahead and bring this over here. I'm going to put it right there. And then we'll do some other stuff with this later. And getting it into there to make more copper. Actually, you know what? Let's just go like this now. And start putting a bunch in there. And we'll just start making a bunch of copper wire right now. Because we're going to need it. Okay, we can take this out of here. And if I bring this here over here, right? So if we click on this, right? And we go to our electric blast furnace. It uses a lot of this EU, 96,000 at 120 a tick. Would be much better if we could do it. And that's with nitrogen. Without nitrogen, it's even more. So we're definitely going to want to get nitrogen put in there. So with this going, we should now have some nitrogen. I go like this. And if we bring this over here, I'm curious though as well. If I press U on this and we go to this. So this was using nitrogen as well. So if I go like that and we put that in there. Wait, how much nitrogen was it using? It doesn't use the one bucket. So once this is done, it technically should use up even less power to do the next one. We actually don't really care too much about the aluminum right now, so we're going to take that out and put that in and get that. And of course, again, this is still going to take forever. I mean, if I go like this real quick and pause it, let those get power back in it. That has power in it. That's not using up power anymore. And then we go here. We turn it back on till it blinks. Turn it off. Turn it on. Turn it off. Turn it on. I'm pretty sure this is faster doing it this way right now than it is if we were to do it any other way, other than possibly putting down a couple. I wonder if that would work. You know what? I'm going to try that real quick. I'm going to come up here, and we're going to go like this, and we're going to grab these, and we're going to hit shift to put that there and that there. Put this here like that. Connect those down like so, where we could then grab this and go like this and grab that from there like so. But these have power, that has power. These are all throwing power at this thing. Now if I turn it on, yeah, they still drain out power like nothing. Like instantaneously just takes out that power. But if we go like that, we go like this. Wait a second. Turn it on. Starts blinking. Turn it on. Starts blinking. It only takes like a second or two for those things to fill back up, right? So like, I turn this off, I look back up, they're already filled back up. So it's not like it takes a really long time for those to fill back up. They just don't work the same way as like other things do, which is very annoying. There we go. So that's doing that. And this is now making the signalium ingot. I come over here, we grab out the aluminum ingots. And then we can go like this. Of course, that's going to take 60 seconds because I did not change it to the one to use the nitrogen gas. Oh my goodness. So again, because again, if we did this, it's like half or way less power, a little bit less time, and they are both medium voltage. It's just the other one's 2. So if I click on this and we clicked on this and we go to 2, we could do that, but that's going to take quite a while for that. But we only need, I think, probably 2 of these, right? Because if we could get 2 of those, if we go like this, if we put them in probably the wire mill, right? Yeah, so we put 1 in the wire mill, we get the 1 wire, which we then, I think, I'm pretty sure that's all we need. It's just the 2 wires for the thing, right? So MV, medium voltage converter. Oh, and that's actually only for the converter. We technically would still need to make the medium voltage energy hatch, right? Oh. But if we did that, well, actually, this is times 4 wire, right? So we would need more than that, but we would probably just go ahead. Now, we probably would need the 4 amp one for that machine. We have a hull already, so we would just need this, but we also need to work on getting this medium voltage circuit, don't we? Which is, oh my goodness, even more stuff. Okay, well, that's gonna be that for this episode. I'm gonna have to look into a bunch more of this other stuff, and I definitely think I want to clean up some of this stuff. Um, I know I still need one crap ton of steel. Can I make, like, if I go like this, I want to check something real quick. Bender is 1 for 1, so if we made a bender, we could do that and stop wasting stuff. So we probably want to make a bender. Click here, click there, go like that. Now let's see what we need to make a bender. We don't have a bender, right? We have just a wire mill, mason, whatever, extruder, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we don't have a bender. So we need, in order to make a bender, we need some of these. So we need some of these. So let's go like this real quick. Make a bender. Actually, I think I need one more of those. Perfect. Then we click here, click this. I'm gonna need 2 of these, so 1, 2. Um, and it's gonna be annoying like that. So let's click here, and we'll do that. We need one more of those, which means we need copper wire. So hopefully all this copper wire hasn't been changed yet. It has. Oh well. Oh well, that's fine. We can just go over here and throw this in here. Take copper out of here. Go up to this, click on this, click on one, throw that in here. Or this will start making some copper wire for us. There we go. Then we click here, get the motor. Click here and here to get the rods, to click here. There we go. Then we're going to need 2 more of those, one of these. So we'll go like that. I'm pretty sure we needed those for this too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure, why not? Grab copper wire. Throw it into here. We're going to go like this and try to remember what I was doing. Oh, yeah, these. So we'll go like this and we'll go 1, 2 because I need 2 for it. Then we need a machine haul. So we'll go here, click that, go here, click this, and we go here, click this, which makes ourselves a bender. So now we can do some stuff with power and some other stuff. And that is actually going to be our because again, we go like this, and that's going to let us make 1 for 1 instead of stuff, and then 1 for 4 instead of stuff. So yeah, that's going to help us out quite a bit on making plates and stuff. But yeah, I think next time I'm definitely going to do some stuff with this power. I think I'm going to maybe make some more of these redstone flux things so we can kind of spread them out a bit more. Maybe so I can get some other places, so they're touching like this kind of stuff so that's, not having to make power as it's going and stuff. This is almost done. Should I just go like this then, pause it for a second, come back, turn it back on? Yeah, we're just going to get this. But yeah, I think I want to do some stuff and rearranging with our power. I am going to go ahead and turn that off for now and come over here, grab this so we get this quest done. And yeah. All of this is probably going to get taken down, I'm assuming. We'll probably take our steam stuff down, maybe. We might look into the steam power. We could go in here, we could accept this quest, we could finish this quest. We could get this quest. There we go. Perfect. But with that, we could technically take this and put it in here, take that out, go like that. Look at this, look at this. Boom, there we go. Wire, perfect. And we still technically need even more to get what we want to get. To get, this one here, we still need, or for a 1 amp one, we would still need even more. But yeah, yeah. Here's my plan. Here's my plan. I'm gonna move all this stuff, right? We're gonna move all this stuff here. Get all of our power stuff, and we'll probably swap out this area here. We'll make this area a bit better for whatnot. For power. We'll get all of our power put over here. I got plenty of gold wire to do it, so I think we'll be good. I'm going to attempt to do something with the energy things and have like multiple energy things pouring into it so that it might keep it powered a bit better, but that way there we can get some of these other things into better spots rather than just thrown about, because like that's there. Our distilleries all the actually technically the distillery could stay there because it's making creosote into lubricant. We might put a thing on it to put it into a barrel or drum and maybe see what we can do with some other stuff. And yeah, and then I'm thinking as well. What I'm thinking as well, I haven't even checked this. I want to check something real quick. Ender. So we have the different ender tanks, right? Was there ender chests in this? Yes, we have ender chests, right? So if I'm able to make this, let's see, so we have to look and see what ender pouch is. So that's some carbon fiber. So if we could figure out how to make this ender stuff, what I'm thinking is we might use it to take all of this stuff. So like anything that goes into here, we would take out the stuff that comes from here. We'd also take it out of here instead of going into there. And what we would do, I also need to check something else real quick as well. But what we would do is move it into our storage system over here, which I haven't showed you this either that I did. If we go down and we click on this, so like you can see this here has that inventory proxy, so you can see that we click this. You can see I now have 3,000 extra free slots and or 3,300, and there's no way there's that many right there. And you might have noticed this. We do this, come down here. I made a 5x5x5 colossal chest. I tried making another portal. I wasn't sure I didn't think it would work, but I was like, let's just try. It didn't work. But yeah, but we have a 5x5 chest down here that is connected up to our system via pipe thing right there, as you can see, which gave us another, this inventory connector cable with the inventory cable that goes up to this inventory controller or connector controller thing, right? Connects all the inventories, and then we have the proxy on top of it just so we could have the crafting table up here and not have a pipe coming through there that looks kind of stupid. And yeah, and that way there I could also click on this to see what we have, and you can see 3,000, so we had like 500 slots total or something with all of this stuff here and all of those. But yeah, can I don't I can. I could link these to it. Okay, perfect. And then we can lock them. As that is, that's something else I was wanting to do. Perfect. But yeah, I think like I said, we'll get this all cleaned up. We'll get this cleaned up. We'll probably go ahead and with a bunch of the steel, since I can now make 1-for-1 plates and stuff. I don't know. Can I make is there another way to make rods? So actually, yeah, I could probably just click on this, right? The cutter would make rod. Well, actually, that just takes that into that. The extruder, the lathe. I'd probably need to make a lathe. So if I made a lathe, I could get 2 for 1 steel probably then. So right, so if I went like this and said STEEL, we went to steel rods. Yeah, so if I make a lathe, so I might make a lathe, which would mean I need another diamond, which is not too hard to get. But I'll probably, yeah, make another lathe. That way there we can, or not make another lathe, but make a lathe so that we can get better returns for all of our stuff rather than using our tools all the time. Which I probably should have done a long time ago rather than trying to work too far forward. I definitely should have stuck over here and did some of this stuff like the super chests. I have no idea. Massive storage offering utility of drawers. So, I mean, it could hold 1,000,000 items or 4,000,000 items. I don't know if that's 4,000,000 different items or 4,000,000 of one item. But I mean, it requires some stuff and some steel crates, which apparently a steel crate has 72 item slots. But yeah, I probably should have stayed over here and did some of this stuff, make our fluid solidifier so we can make soul glass. Oh man, we did this. We got that. But because I didn't keep the cobalt brass blade on me, it did not count these quests. So we technically have 3 more quests that we can complete once I make another cobalt blow or a cobalt blade. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that, and then we'll work on. I mean, we still probably make the medium converter, maybe any of them. We click on here, it's any of those. So yeah, we'll probably work on doing that. Or we'll work on getting all this stuff here. Again, we still have the lathe that I should have made, the chest, the alloy smelter to make the red flux cell. And yeah, and then we'll get the rare earth, and we'll probably just try to go along this more of do the steps in order instead of the other way around. Like this here, the graphite dust from the rock filter. Once we get that fully done, so we get this here to get the arc furnace, to get this, to get high voltage and stuff like that. But we'll definitely be working on this other stuff next time. Until then, thank you all for watching. Peace out. We'll see you later. No, I'm joking. Thank you all for watching. As always, force your friends to watch. We will come back later. Have yourself. I messed that all up, didn't I? We'll just do this again. Thank you all for watching. Please enjoy your day, night, doing whatever you're doing, wherever you're at. As always, force your friends to watch. We will come back next time for some more of Star Technology, where we actually try to progress instead of try to work ahead. Until then, thank you all for watching. Peace out. See you later.